The Suzuki Jimny from 2018 heads to the Nürburgring. Wow, this thing is unbelievably loud. For only having 63 horsepower, and oh boy, braking I think is going to be an adventure. Could this be the car that our first mistake of the Nürburgring time trials comes in? Because just look at how bouncy it is under braking. Now we are, over the course of time, going to send 4 Suzuki Jimnys around the Nordschleife. Both this one, the Jimny Sierra, and then also an engine swap Jimny and a tuned Jimny. We are a long ways away from the tuner cars. But again, it's sort of by performance points, so we're going to get to those tuned cars sooner than maybe some of the supercars. We brought 5 tires. Yes, we did. Yeah, we've got a spare if we run into any problems. Oh, wow, it's got a 5th gear. I don't really know if shifting into that 5th gear was the smartest thing there. Automatic transmission, but we'll see. Although we brought 5 tires with the Willys Jeep too, so that 5th tire didn't do us much good with that thing. Although that was way faster than I thought it'd be. All right, well, I'll tell you this right now. The Jimny is not going to be the fastest car we drive. It's not going to go to the top of the board. We were at about 100 miles an hour down that straight with the, shit, I already forgot what we drove last. But, fuck, what did we drive? The Mini! Thank you. The Mini Cooper. It ain't gonna do it. However, it won't be last. It is not the Fiat 500. Hey, we almost got this thing to 100 miles an hour. I am a little bit worried about its handling when we get into, say, the Jimny Sierra. Hopefully that suspension's a little bit stiffer. 238.6 at the split. Its split time isn't really that bad. Am I underestimating the Jimny? I guess I could be. Now, it does have one thing going for it. The fact that it does, for whatever reason, have a turbocharger. It doesn't do much, but it does have one. So maybe top speed on the lower end, but acceleration could be where this thing is picking up its time. However, right now, we're able to carry a good chunk of speed in to just about everything, which is good, because I am afraid to touch the brakes in this thing. This is where in GT Sport we'd be messing around with the brake balance controller. Here in GT7 we don't have that luxury. We're testing all of these production cars without any of those additions. GT Sport, you didn't need to buy the brake balance controller. It was just there. Alright. Alright, Jimny. This could be actually very tight with the Mini. But we will see. Hopefully in around about 7 minutes time, a little less than 7 minutes. Just trying to be as easy on the brakes as I can be. I do feel like I'm able to carry a little bit more speed with the Jimny for whatever reason. Probably because of the tires. The Mini was on comfort hards. This comes stock with the comfort mediums. So any bit of extra grip, of course, should make you faster, but I actually felt like we were more planted. We didn't slide around as much in the Mini. 5-minute mark surpassed. A 10:59, that's the prediction. It certainly would be tight as I thought with the Mini, but just miss out on that top time. And I really feel like long straights are what's going to be the Jimny's undoing. 66 miles an hour right now. Why did they slap a turbo on this thing? What's the point? Well, there we go. 5:43 there at that split. No, it does not have spood. Yeah, you know what? That's it. It's because we're not driving it on dirt. It's the lack of dirt. I think we'd be faster if they just put dirt over the Nürburgring. Well, I am a little bit worried about it when it does get to the carousel, even though it doesn't have a lot of speed. Just because if we get it wrong at any point, this thing could spin out. I am also worried about it trying to go up the hill here, but I guess maybe that's where the turbocharger will actually benefit us. Hopefully. It's not losing a ton of speed. In fact, we're just kind of sitting. 65, 64 miles an hour. It's a far cry from the 13 we were able to climb this hill with in the Fiat 500. Well, our return home starts now. A little loose. Certainly don't want to be loose in something this top heavy. Especially right there at that spot is, yeah, had to get hard on the brakes. Upsets this whole car. You got to get it back underneath you. Otherwise, nothing good's going to happen. I mean, I'm trying to dab the brake as lightly as I possibly can. And it just throws the whole front end forward. This is harder to drive than the Jeep. Now, granted, it's way faster than the Jeep. But still. It's also like 70 years newer. 8 minutes this thing stands. Just over 8 minutes. Don't really remember where we were at this point in the lap with the Mini. Downhill we go. Briefly. Sitting at 80 miles an hour. It's not losing speed. Okay, now we're actually climbing up. Unfortunately. Gonna have to hit the brakes up here, I think. No, we're gonna be able to get around this corner without braking. Not this one. Could have been a little quicker on the throttle, and yet we weren't. I don't know. 2 minutes to get to the line? This and the Mini, I do believe, are going to be tight, which is not really a great look for Suzuki. Car from 2018, 2016, whatever it was. Can't beat a 65 Mini. But down the straight we go. Not sure what we're going to expect here from the interior of the Jimny. It actually is more shit than I would have thought. It's certainly not very inspiring. But you know what? We've got 5 tires. So, who's really the winner here? Little over a minute to get to the line, to be sub 11 minutes in the Suzuki Jimny. And I think, yet again, it's going to be tight. And I'm going to say right now that it's just going to do it. I think it's going to be really, really close. However, kind of bogged down right now. We need this downhill momentum. We got 40 seconds to get there. It was a 10:54 with the Mini. Actually, I don't think we're going to do it. I'm going to revise my prediction. I don't think it's going to happen. We lack Spood big time. Yeah. Well, we might finish sub 11. Just barely. Gonna be very, very close at the line. 11.093. So, the Suzuki Jimny, second place on our leaderboard at the moment. The 65 Mini survives.